Hey, what's going on guys, Ace here, and today we are going to review spoilers for chapter 285. And boy, this is a long-awaited chapter, because finally Isagi and Kaiser are going to set the bonds for their agreement. Now we went into this chapter with two theories. Either Kaiser will demand that he scores the final goal, or Isagi will propose first come first serve solution, where whomever has the first best chance will be the one scoring. This of course is the most rational, and honestly it could go either way with either scoring and we would be satisfied either way. Now there is also the fact that Noah is leaving the field, and most definitely Kunigami is subbing in. I don't see Kurona joining over Kunigami. But also this means that he could help both, since his aerial maneuverability and his dominance there could really create the best chance for either, and we've seen him help both before, since he will most definitely be occupied with Shido. Now speaking of a character who can help both easily, well, we have Kiora. We've seen in the past that he could link with either, and in the past he chose Kaiser. However now it really could go either way. And finally we have Hiyori. I mean, to be honest, Hiyori never played with Isagi to begin with. He just passes to the best option and Isagi meets him there. Now this could change few things, because the best option could now include Kaiser as well. However, there is a dark horse to this whole situation, which is Ness. I mean, he still wants to show loyalty to Kaiser. However, if the latter agrees to work with Isagi, I don't think he has any say in the matter. And if anything, he really doesn't have any choice but to help either. However, that's enough. Let's jump straight into the chapter, which immediately picks up from the previous, with Kaiser being very shook from Isagi's proposal. What? A team up? Have you gone mad, Yoichi? Didn't you want to kill me before? And Isagi responds, that doesn't matter now. You see it too, don't you? We can't win against geniuses like this. And here in the second panel, we get this amazing image of Isagi and Kaiser talking to each other. This is actually the first interaction they had that is normal. Usually before they're always antagonizing each other. In any case, Isagi carries on. Right now, Ren can't be stopped by a single person, and the next goal is game over. Not just for this match, but for the whole Neo Egoist League. We can't predict what unimaginable play he's going to do next. We can only stop him if we work together, combining our high-level logic. And what's funny, Kaiser here seems to be listening to Isagi, which is definitely a first. Then Isagi carries on. Last time we proved that it is barely possible on defense. So let's combine our efforts and do it on an attack. We could prove that prodigies such as ourselves can beat a genius. And Kaiser responds, that's your reasoning for a team up? Isagi says, right now, instead of being consumed by my personal feelings, I want to work together with you to show the world a proof. This sensation of throwing feelings away for victory, using all my specs as a tool, I want to dive into that part of myself. And Kaiser is really shook here. Also, for a minute, I want to take you guys back before the start of this game, where we see people commenting on Kaiser and Isagi, how they lacked enough experience and maturity to work together. Back then, Isagi refused to work with Kaiser under any situation. However, now, after suffering over and over again through Loki, Ren, and Noah, he seemed to have matured a lot. And I love this, because frankly, you can train all you want. Nothing matures a person as much as a battlefield. And so this seems very logical and I really love it. And I know I said that I would hate it before, but the way the writer did it, it actually exceeded my expectations, and so again, I'm really loving it. In any case, Kaiser thinks to himself for a second. Has he actually lost it? No. Could this be his truest ego? Then he responds to Isagi, if we are going to team up to win, who's gonna score the last goal? And Isagi responds, let's go for it equally, the most logical outcome for the phenomenon of winning. And Kaiser asks, what do you mean? And Isagi explains, luck, pure luck. After the best pass crafted by logic, the person having the last ball is going to score. And here, before we carry on with what Kaiser said, as Isagi was explaining, we see him building a box, and this is the first time. Usually Isagi is building an image, which is two-dimensional. However, with Kaiser and with him discarding any feelings, it seems that he gained a new dimension to his thinking, which I definitely love everything about this, the significance of it, the design, everything really works. And honestly, again, I'm really surprised that I am enjoying a Kaiser and Isagi team up this much. I never saw this day coming. In any case, Kaiser responds to Isagi, but aren't our personal feelings in the way here? Isagi says, yes, that's a condition for us both. From now on, throw away yourself on the field and become the best machine for winning. This is the only way us talented learners can win against geniuses. This is the only way prodigies can beat geniuses. Oh my god. This again confirms my theory about Isagi following in Snuffy's footsteps. I know I bring out every chapter, but every chapter we get a new confirmation. Snuffy was the guy who had the mentality of throwing yourself as a tool for winning. If you remember, he asked Aiku and the rest to be tools for him to win, to be limbs for his designs. That's the way they can win. However, I think the only difference between Isagi and Snuffy was ego. And with Snuffy regaining his ego due to Baro, we might actually get a look into future Isagi through Snuffy once we see him play again. However, let's carry on. Kaiser says, I hate you as much as ever. If it's a job like that, I can think about it. Again, a confirmation. Snuffy was the first guy to call football a job. And honestly, I always thought that Snuffy and Noah are the same, with them both thinking logically. However, it seems that it is different. Because Snuffy is like Kaiser and Isagi, because Snuffy is a prodigy, he tends to throw away himself a lot in order for him to win and dominate. However, I think the difference is because Noah is a genius, he never threw away himself. And this is the first time I saw a difference between the two, and I really love it. I am truly amazed by the author and his level of foresight. In any case, Isagi carries on. I still want to kill you. This is just a dirty contract to get what we want. You want to surpass Ren, right? You want to destroy Noah. Kaiser then says, ah shit, our objectives aligned. And then we get this beautiful spread of Kaiser and Isagi high-fiving each other as if they were best friends all along. This is a deal with the devil for the final goal. This is for us to defeat geniuses. Then we actually cut to Noah and Loki who left the field, and we see their substitutes. On the bastard side it is Kunigami, and on the PXG it's a random defender. Karasu comments, it's going to end soon, and Hiyori seems to be focusing on Kaiser and Isagi. However, the monk is really excited, he wants to end Rin's career. Tokimitsu says, I need to win, and Zantetsu, I can still run, I can still do it. However, Nanase is only thinking of survival. Then Charles in his playful demeanor, now shall we go? Last sprout. Shido then says, I'm going to violate this finale. And Rin is focused, thinking about destruction. I am going to destroy everything. Well, I gotta warn you, Rin. There is still a Gagori on the field, so watch out for a red card, because honestly that would end your career. In any case, we get to the interesting stuff, where Loki asks Noah this. Can you educate Yoichi not to talk like that? It's your job, Noah. And Noah simply responds, it's not like he's wrong. Then Loki says, what? I know I lost, but come on. Then Noah says, no, the score isn't settled yet, but we might have opened the door for Isagi's ego. And Loki asks, so you wanted to use him, but you got used in the end? Noah says, yeah, this Neo-Egoist League wasn't just for money. Even our egos, desires, and rivals are getting involved. As we cut to a scene where Ego Jinpachi is watching the discussion between Noah and Loki, where he hears Noah says, this is a research facility for Jinpachi to evolve Blue Lock at an incredible speed, and we just followed through with this gamble. And Ego comments, you realized this too late, geniuses. And as he is saying this, Anri is actually kinda scared of him because I think even she did not expect this. As he says the following, I wanted the intense drug of those possessing the strongest egos in the world. Wherever the Blue Lockers can withstand it was a gamble. But Rin Itoshi and Isagi Yoichi managed to survive and obtain new mindset and techniques in this mad environment. That's actually very different. He's not talking about Shido nor Baro here, even though I think these two really did something amazing as well. Well, at least Baro, right? That's really interesting. So it seems that Isagi and Ren right now are a league on their own, and then comes Baro and the rest. Okay. Now the seeds of this evolution need to prove that their originality can change the world. As we see another amazing spread of Rin getting the ball and Isagi and Kaiser both sprinting at him with both auras. However, for this chapter, it ends with the following. Now towards the birth of a new egoist continues in the next chapter labeled New Era. Okay guys, what can I say? Perfect chapter yet again. I think we had like 5 or 6 perfect chapters as of late. Seriously, a whole volume is just perfect. As soon as Rin scored, it was banger after banger after banger, and this chapter also delivered a lot, with Isagi and Kaiser finally teaming up. Now to be honest, this chapter kinda did not leave anything to the imagination. We know who got in, we know what's going to happen, we know what Isagi and Kaiser are going to do, and so for the remainder of the volume, we are just waiting to see how the rest of this game unfolds. However, there isn't really anything else to say about this, except, as I said, banger after banger after banger. And so on that high note, this is all I've got for you today guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, thank you for watching.